Okay, welcome back everybody to our latest severe weather coverage. It's not just that, it's going to be a tornado outbreak this evening. We've already got a tornado warning in Shelbyville and in Sullivan as well. Got some decent rotation on the storm, in this line of storms here. We do have a line of storms tracking into places like Indianapolis over the next few hours. Well, this isn't our main threat of severe weather. It's going to be a little bit later on where we do have a moderate risk of severe weather in place, as you can see here. So the yellow goes all the way back up into places like Chicago, Milwaukee, all the way down into northeast Texas. The enhanced risk is for places like Columbia, Jefferson City, Springfield, Little Rock, Memphis, and Evansville, and then the moderate risk for places like St. Louis and Jefferson City. And this will be driven by the tornado threat. There is a 15% risk and a Sig 2 risk, so that just means that we could see large tornadoes today. These are all of the outlines, so it is going to be a moderate risk. So yeah, it will be a moderate risk today, driven by the tornado threat. Also, wind is going to be a massive risk, and also hail is going to be one of the main concerns as well. If we look through the HRR model here, we can see we've got some storms out there at the moment. These are going to be severe until we are later on this afternoon and evening, where we've got loads of cells that are going to develop and just produce, well, a couple of large tornadoes, damaging wind gusts and hail. But once again, this has already really started. We've got this severe warning in Evansville, 1-inch sized hail and less than 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts. We also have this one near Shelbyville, which is a tornado warning, and then we've got some larger warnings with tornado possible labels and 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts that have just moved to Springfield area. And we actually do have some damage reports. So there's this one right here which says a semi has blown over onto the medium, and we also have this one here which is emergency management, and it's for a wind damage report. It doesn't actually say what happened, it just said that there was some damage caused. We do have a lot of storm chasers out there at the moment. None of these are kind of near this threat, as the main threat will begin to bubble. The storm near Mount Vernon may be producing some interesting hail at the moment in those purple shaded regions. But yeah, this is actually the earliest that we've ever gone live, so I mean, yeah, that just proves it's gonna be a big risk today. Just checking that that's working. Yeah. It's definitely a weird kind of little cell over here near Mount Vernon. Doesn't look like an imminent tornado risk. Definitely something that we gotta watch for. But yeah, this one is Shelbyville. You can see there, this is the kind of area of rotation. Won't be going that way. So yeah, that'll be the area of rotation to watch out for. That is trying to tighten up. You can see it coming together. It's a bit slower, you can see it there, and then it's just tightened up over the last couple scans. But yeah, we've already got a severe thunderstorm watch. This goes for the next 4.5 hours, so up into about 3 o'clock, also 2 o'clock, and these are all of the threats. But we're in the next couple hours we're going to see some tornado watches, a lot more stuff like that. They can have a lot more stronger warnings than this. It's actually going to be interesting what type of wording they're going to be putting on these, whether maybe the strong tornado risk might go all the way up to 80. We've just got to see what they put out over the next couple hours here. Okay, just updating that. But yeah, so those are the threats for today. At least in this, the orange polygon there, the large orange polygon. Let's see if I move this a bit up. But yeah, I thought like maybe like a couple of days ago, I thought that this could go high risk, but I'm kind of doubting that it will do that at this stage. I don't think there'll be one issued, but I mean we're definitely gonna have to keep on looking for at least a large and moderate risk to be to kind of come together. Anyway, our food order just came, so give me a couple minutes to go grab that. Right then guys, sorry about that, I was just grabbing my Chinese takeout. We've got beef and chicken fried rice with barbecue sauce. That's what we got. Anyway, yeah, so tornado warning near Shelbyville. Got some decent rotation coming together. Bit of a hook that's forming. But yeah, we've got this line of severe warnings. This will be because of the line of the storm line. I forgot the word there. It's not the right one. Also, we've got a new warning near Olney. Heading up into Robinson for 1 inch sized hail and 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. But this tornado warning is obviously going to be our main threat. Let's see how that rotation's doing. So we've got a couple little areas we're going to be watching for. There's this one right here. This one as well. And then maybe another one that's a little bit later on in the line down here. Anywhere there could be a tornado, just a brief spin up. We're not really talking about large tornadoes. I'm mostly just going to be talking about a isolated weak tornado risk. So yeah. Let me look at the Chaser dashboard, see whether anyone's anywhere interesting. Doesn't look like anyone is at the moment. But we've got Storm Chaser Nick Gorman that may be heading up for this line before the main event. Looks like he's going through some moderate rain at the moment. But yeah, if you weren't here for the first kind of couple minutes, let's go through this. So we've got a moderate risk of severe weather, so this is going to be later on in the day. We've got these storms that are rolling through portions like Indianapolis, just south of Chicago and Springfield. But as we go later on this afternoon and evening, that's when the peak tornado threat is. And the tornado threat is the 15% risk, and that is going to be what's driving that moderate risk, as you can see there. And hail risk is going to be a really big concern today. And then we've got, so this is the wind risk, and then this is the hail risk today, where we do have a 30% chance. But yeah, definitely, this was maybe more of a concern a couple moments ago. But I mean, we could still see a spin-up tornado. With these kind of lines, you can't really see. It's kind of hard to see. You can never see the CC drop or anything like that. You can't really see anything like that. But if you're in Shelbyville, the main sort of risk will be gone. At least with this tornado warning in the next couple of minutes, maybe. Give it a bit of time. We've also got this one near Evansville where there was actually a report. Oh my, we've got loads of storm chasers heading up this exact same road. These storms near St. Louis popping? They are actually kind of going now. Not sure. So about an hour ago, we've our first kind of started monitoring it. Yeah, there's definitely a bit of spin in there. Definitely a bit of something that we could be watching for. It does look to me though like it's kind of dissipating. See from this radar site. Maybe a bit of a hail risk. Let me actually see whether the SBC's got any more mass-scale discussions. Yeah, it's just this one. We actually do have a precipitation. Oh, okay, so we got a new tornado warning. That's me yapping about the mass-scale discussions for Urbana. Yeah, just anywhere in this line we could have a tornado warning. So yeah, definitely some sort of rotation in there. That's the worst arrows I've ever done. I'm pretty bad at arrows. This one only looking like a little bit more of a discreet cell in front of this kind of mass. It's not fully discreet, it's kind of semi-discreet. But 1 inch sized hail and I believe 60 mile/hour wind gusts. Yeah, correct. Oops, sorry. Definitely a couple areas we gotta watch for, but once again we do have 2 tornado warnings. This one's kind of running out in the next 5 minutes, so as we hit 45 minutes past, and then this one near Urbana, which just got recently issued a couple moments ago. But yeah, this line of storms will be tracking east. Let's see how fast. Let's say so 55 miles an hour. So this is quite a fast moving line. We can actually take a look at this. About an hour ago, 1 hour and 40 minutes ago. See, it's definitely fast. So it's got from before Springfield and gone through there. But one thing that was we had this cell north of, near Clinton that was producing quite large hail. This kind of roped out. It's kind of interesting to watch the loop of this line. Kind of got a bit messy, but could see a couple of tornadoes in there as well. And also I would like to mention that we did hit 100 subscribers just a couple of days ago, so thank you to everyone who was a subscriber of the channel. So yeah, that's greatly appreciated. We hit our sub goal. The actual date that I was aiming to hit it by was the 25th of May. We've hit it a month early, so maybe it's too early. But now we're going for, I think, 500, and I think I'll go before the end of the year with this one. So it's a new goal. You'll be able to see that's the banner. I've actually not updated it, sorry. Let's do that in a minute. This storm once again near Evansville, still got some decent hail in it. And this one near Albany as well, 1 inch sized hail, 60 mile/hour wind gusts. But yeah, once again, tornado warning for Urbana. So yeah, this will be heading up to the University of Illinois Willard Airport. So definitely in this tornado warning, make sure a seek shelter, sorry, not chic, seek shelter. We've got so many storm chasers heading up. I'm not sure what. I think it'll be these kind of storms back here that they're going to be targeting. So this is right now, and if you're a little bit later on, we do have these cells starting to bubble up. I mean, there's so many of them. This is by in about 5 hours time. And about 6 hours of, I mean, just loads of storms out there. I can't stress this enough. All the way down to the Gulf states. I mean, even up near Dallas, these storms, actually. Let's see what, that could be upgraded, you know. I think they should expand. You can see lots of cells starting to develop. This one at Austin as well. But yeah, you can see storms are going to develop really in the next hour or so. So we might need to get a tornado watch, on this quite soon. I would have to guess, but yeah, this is the tornado risk. I mean, unprecedented. We can also have a look at the Cape with the HRRR. Let's give it a sec. So right around Jefferson City. Let's see. Here we are. Oh no, on the wrong thing. Give me a sec. There we are. But yeah, I mean, look at this. So they really need to add a slight risk that goes all the way down here. There's I mean, lots of Cape down here. We've got more Cape down in southeast Texas than we do up in the actual main threat. We also did get another tornado warning. I'll just go to that in a sec. But yeah, so much tornado potential out of these storms. Obviously it's not just the Cape that'll do this, obviously, like the shear and stuff, but we're gonna have a lot of it out there. I mean, the peak is maybe in the next couple hours. This is right now, and then just it's gonna explode, especially in Jefferson City. We could see, what's that, 5,000 joules per kilogram. And then yeah, I feel like maybe they need to change the warning down in or the outlook for Dallas. I would at least get that on a slight risk. See, storms are gonna fire up in that kind of region. We'll have to see. Okay, whenever the new SBC outlook comes out, I'm not sure whether that's in an hour and 14 or in 14 minutes. I'm not actually that dialed in on the timing that they issue the SBC outlooks, but we'll have to say. Anyway, tornado warning for just northwest of Paris. We do have a out of rotation. This one there, Tuscaloosa at the moment, heading up kind of into Villa Grove. Kind of in this kind of path, so a little bit north, well not really, but northeast, east-northeast, and then obviously this one there, Monticello's continued. There was a bit of rotation before, not really seeing something too organised. See it there, or the next one. These tornadoes in this line will just be spin-ups, but definitely something we gotta watch for. And if you guys didn't know, we had a EF4 tornado. That's the Enid tornado, and I mean, that was just a crazy tornado. You can watch Max Velocity's video there. I mean, it was just a crazy tornado. That's been categorized as a EF4 tornado. I'm actually just looking at today's storm reports. You've got 11 wind and 10 hail reports, so no tornado warnings as of yet. But I mean, moderate risk of severe weather. This is not going to be something to play around with. This is nowhere near the peak, and we already have tornado warnings. We had tornado warnings about 2.5 hours ago. That was too early for me to cover, but I mean, but yeah, if you're in Indianapolis, maybe just watch out on on this line of storms, sorry, probably be approaching. So they're kind of going. We can actually use this tool in the radar meter app if it's not the right one. Just give me a sec. So say the storm's about here, and we'll go to Indianapolis, and it was moving at 55 miles an hour. Just type that in. Okay, and then so in about 229 minutes, which is about 4.5 hours time. I would kind of have said more like 4. So yeah, about 4 hours out. So definitely loads of time. You know, it may even die out by the time it gets there. But obviously, Indianapolis is a populated city, so you might have to watch out for that. You can see the view like this as well. I sometimes like to go to this view just to kind of get the gist of the gist of the warnings that are out there at the moment. Kind of gives you a bit more of a plainer view. Gives you as well just you know, sometimes with all of the radar that's on there and stuff like that, it's kind of hard to just look at the warning. Sorry, but you can see there 2 tornado warnings touching each other, 2 more severe warnings, and then this severe thunderstorm warning. But yeah, I always like to just kind of go back to that view just to kind of, you know, whenever it's like that, it's kind of hard to see what warnings there are. But whenever we go back to this kind of view, it just kind of, you know, just makes things more simple. You can just look at the warnings that are out there at the moment. This air of rotation near Tuscola, definitely, if that can tighten, that could drop. I'm not saying that there's a tornado on the ground yet, but if that continues to kind of tighten up, we could start to see something more tornadic developing, and this would be a rain-wrapped area of a rotation, or if there's a tornado, would be mostly rain-wrapped. Sorry. So I just got a Chinese order, and so I'm just trying to eat that while doing this as well. So if I'm eating, that is the reason. This thunderstorm warning, severe thunderstorm warning near Robinson, is continuing. Also, it's continuing for the next 7 minutes. 1-inch size hail and 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts are the main threat. I could kind of see this southern mode actually being warned. Actually, oh, that is really annoying because it's on like a bit of a radar hole. So if there was a tornado, you kind of have to view it from this view. So yeah, if you're in this kind of area and this line's coming through, that's not ideal, because if there was a tornado risk, so if we go back up to this one, this is the kind of like the clearer view, but if there was a tornado, we wouldn't really know, because where the actual the kind of like the tornadic risk is, so near Vandila, it's just out of this this zone for the radar here. So bit of a loop, trying to think of the way that you'd say that, a bit of a radar hole there. We do have this view, but I think it's a bit further out, so not as reliable, but at least we do have some kind of view. we do have these storms kind of going up, or that have been up. I think these are the ones that all the storm chasers are kind of heading up to. You can see people like Connor Croft, John McKinney. You can see kind of at the front of the pack there. They are heading up into, I think, the St. Louis area. Or sorry, Freddie McKinney. I was looking at John McKinney all the way back there, but Freddie McKinney is way ahead. So yeah, I think they're going to be coming up to these cells. We only have Connor Croft, and John McKinney is actually live now. So yeah, we can't really get a view of those storms, but maybe as Freddie comes up to be a little bit closer to those storms, and maybe we get a view of those, kind of see what's going on with those. But yeah, and in my opinion, I think this is the biggest threat of severe weather that we've covered. We've only been doing this for about half a year, so definitely not like I've not been doing this for years and years, and I'm saying like this is like the biggest outbreak for like 10 years. It's not that. It's just kind of this year, at least for tornadoes, we did have that 15% risk up near sort of like Chicago. That I can't remember. I think that one was slightly a bust. I can't really fully remember. But in terms of overall kind of there's just a lot of storms that are going to be out there. It's kind of going to be messy. Tornado outbreak is going to be likely today. I mean, we just gotta have to watch over the next couple hours and see whenever that tornado watch inevitably gets issued, what wording they put on it, just to kind of see what they're thinking as well in the National Weather Service. Probably be a strong wording for the tornado watch that's inevitably going to get issued. So the latest SBC outlook just got issued. I don't actually think there's a difference. Let me just say, I didn't get a screenshot. No, I don't think it's changed. I'm just looking in the SBC risk at the moment. Maybe the 15% risk got a bit smaller. I mean, I'm not really seeing anything there, so yeah, it just got issued about 5 minutes ago, but I'm not seeing any differences on that. But yeah, once again, this line of storms will be heading up into places like Paris, Terre Haute over the next kind of 2 hours or so. And then if you're in Indianapolis, we did this a little bit ago, we measured it's moving about 55 miles an hour. That if this can kind of stay organised, we'll probably see this come into about 4 hours. And I'm kind of interested why this separate area of severe thunderstorm warning has been issued. Is it just because it got issued and it's kind of waiting to load? No, it's not that. So I really don't know why this single kind of square is not connected to the other severe thunderstorm watch. I don't really know why, but I've never seen that before. But yeah, that's definitely interesting. But yeah, I was just mentioning a bit ago, these this portion of the line down at Greenville, Vandalia, in Almont and Effingham, this could have tornado potential. It's just cause it's in a bit of a radar loophole, a bit far out from all of the radar sites. This one in St. Louis would probably give us the best kind of view. So yeah, this is in a deep radar hole, because this right here cuts off here, and then the Lincoln one cuts off about here. So you really can't get a view of these storms. Yeah, you really can't. New severe thunderstorm just north of Evansville, 1 inch size, tail 60 mile or less than 50 mile an hour. Yeah, so this was the other storm that Severe warned about 40 minutes ago. Oh no, so not 40 minutes ago, just like 10 minutes ago. I think they might have been a bit adamant, like, should we put a severe warning on? But yeah, they have gone ahead and issued a severe warning on this storm. Just check up on the rotation for these tornado warnings. Definitely a little bit broader, but I think maybe this one near Paradise. Sorry, this one near Paradise. This could go tornado warning. I won't be surprised. This one is looking more tornadic than the kind of like the tornado warnings at the moment. You can kind of see that hook starting to develop at the moment. Near just north of Effingham. So then, guys, we've got Storm Chaser John McKinney. He was going to be heading up that direction. He will be reaching these storms in a little bit. You can kind of see actually. So whenever you're forecasting these kind of higher intensity days, you've always got to look at the satellite and sort of like the cloud covering. We've got a lot of it out there, so this is kind of helping. The sun's not reaching the ground, so that means there's kind of a little bit less of a perfect environment, kind of. But if clouds and breaks in the clouds could start to form, that could be maybe where we're getting more kind of better environments, and you can kind of see this region here. I'm pretty sure the moderate risk may be present. Yes, we are probably going to see the clouds start to break up, so the sun can reach the ground and just cause more the actual environment to be bad. Let's quickly heat this up. But yeah, 2 tornado warnings at the moment and 3 severe warnings. Right, guys, just give me a sec to go get some more food. Sorry there guys, I was just gonna get some more food. So this one at Urbana, so these tornado warnings are still in effect. I think this should get tornado warned. This entire section in Mattoon, Charleston, heading up into sort of like Marshall, I think that could be severe, or tornado warned, sorry. I actually think it should be. We've actually got a potential storm heading our way. Let me just check our area. But yeah, for Tuscaloosa and Urbana, I've still not got the pronunciation down. Maybe we might get a little storm. Let me see what I risk. But yeah, definitely a tornado risk on this kind of like East Shelbyville section of the storm, kind of like the bottom end. Got a severe warning for Evansville. 1 inch size hail and less than 50 mile an hour wind gusts heading up into Oakland City. I still think that this could be severe one, this kind of section on it. But I mean, you know, this tornado warning is going to run out in the next couple of minutes. And the southern one. Oh, sorry, let's actually go through to this. So in Decatur, we did get a 60 mile an hour wind gust report. Now this was a non-thunderstorm thunderstorm. This wind gust wasn't caused by a thunderstorm apparently, which I mean I kind of can't believe. But you're definitely interested in there. 56 mile an hour wind gusts in Decatur. Also, we've got a couple of reports coming out of coming out of Olney, which has 1 inch sized hail. 1 inch sized hail. Yeah, I don't know why I thought I said that one. 1 inch sized hail that fell a little bit ago. This tornado warning for Tuscaloosa goes for the next 23 minutes. Definitely a bit of time yet to go before everyone in that one is kind of out of the blue. These storms near West Louisville, they're just everywhere. A couple of them could be severe, I guess, if they go in the right direction. This one near Jefferson City, maybe a bit interesting. But yeah, let's just take a look at the HRRR model. Let's actually play it over the categorical risk. There we go. So yeah, so we could get some storms developing over the next couple hours, or the next hour actually, sorry. But I mean so this is in 2 hours time. You've got cells just everywhere developing, east, west, north, south, southeast. I don't need to go through all of them, but you can say a lot of storms can be developing, and this is in exactly an hour's time. And you can see you've got this one in Jefferson City, you've got a couple more near St. Louis. So this is kind of what's out there at the moment, and then those are all going to kind of move northeast, kind of what the actual severe storms want is for all of them just to leave all the kind of messy morning mess. That's you don't really ever get significant severe weather events in the morning. It's only just messy risk, which is kind of what we're seeing at the moment. So the morning mess to move out of the way before the more organised risk. I mean, around St. Louis, you're going to see a couple rounds of severe storms, possibly. So some now, then in the next sort of 2 hours, maybe another one, and then a couple more. And you're going to be under the 15% tornado risk. This has got a Sig 2 risk. I think this is the second time since they kind of started doing the level 2s, level 3s, level 1 kind of a scale. I think that is the second time. Hail 45, wind, sorry, 45%, and hail is going to be 30%. So yeah, this is the new categorical outlook. I'm not actually sure what changed about it. I'm pretty sure it just kept the same. I mean, I could be wrong, but I think it just stayed the same. I'm just looking at the mesoscale discussions. So there was actually a new mesoscale discussion. We'll have to look at that in a sec. Actually look at that now. Yeah, I think these storms now near Dallas, I think these need to get warned. So don't need to get warned, sorry, because Dallas and that kind of area in East Texas. Let me look at this. Are in the marginal risk. I think they could go to more of a slight, maybe even enhanced risk. And we've got a lot of storms that's going to be exploding. I know, so it's tough. It's tough to predict. So we only have one tornado warning remaining. That is going to be the one near Tuscola. And this one will be continuing for the next 20 minutes. I still think these southern storms, kind of like this area, should be tornado warned, or at least part of it. And then we've got these two warnings, one near Evansville and one that's over Princeton at the moment. Actually, that's something that could become interesting. Maybe a bit of rotation developing near Evansville. But yeah, this is once again nowhere near the main rest for today. Jeez, I didn't realise that happened. Sorry, I was giving me a sec to do something. So yeah, there was actually a new mesoscale discussion. I was going to show that a bit ago. So this red one here, which is, yeah, so this is this one. Watches are likely. So this is going to be the severe one, and this is the wording that they've put on it. I'm not sure whether this is going to be the main one of the evening. I'm kind of not thinking it will be, but 120 to 140 mile an hour for tornadoes. Wind 55 to 70 and hail 1.5 to 2.5 inch. So I'm not kind of expecting that this will be the main tornado watch. Let's see what categorical risk that yeah. So it's not really in the main risk. We'll probably see a bit more of a stronger wording kind of come out in a little bit of time. So yeah, let's turn those off. Be an 80% chance of a tornado watch back in those areas. Okay, now look at the HRRR model. That's not it. So yeah, if you're on that, so yeah, these are the cells near like Jefferson City and St. Louis. So yeah, these are a bit messy at the moment. So I'm just checking something. So we're up to 12 wind reports at the moment for damaging wind gusts. I do want to mention just for a sec as well, we do have a slight risk of severe weather tomorrow. Definitely nowhere near as big of a threat, but I mean we could definitely see an enhanced risk for mostly wind and maybe hail, but I mean, we could have some tornadoes. So tomorrow's going to be a big day, and kind of as we get down into, well, Wednesdays when things may begin to calm down from this about a week and a half stretch of severe weather, and you can see day 4, day 5, day 6, we don't have anything currently outlined. So apparently we've got someone out there, Shell Forsyth. He's out there at the moment on the spotter network. You see all of these green dots of the people that are out there today. So yeah, it's kind of like the closest one to the tornado warning. Definitely the southern side we could see a tornado warning. Not yet though. Not yet at least. Two severe warnings down at Evansville and Princeton at the moment. Heading up into like Oakland City near Boonville. One size tail and less than 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts on these storms. These storms, if they do begin to organise, these could be a tornado risk. I don't think we've got any online storm chasers. Oh no, so we do. John McKinney, in one of the areas of these storms, you can see actually got some blockage. I mean, for midday, you wouldn't expect that there'd be blockage, but coming out of St. Louis, actually, coming out of St. Louis, there's a bit of traffic. Definitely interesting. Didn't really expect that. Let me actually see, is Freddie on? Oh, sorry. So yeah, so Freddie McKinney is on. Got a good storm there. Let me bring up the chaser dash cam thing. Is it good? The chaser dashboard. Let's see. But yeah, these will be, these will get closer to these storms, I think. Yeah, Freddie McKinney will probably be the closest over the next little while to those poppers. But yeah, so if you guys didn't know, we had the South Enid tornado a couple of days ago. That was rated an EF4 tornado. You can have a look a little bit more on my channel if you go to the post. We'd make a couple of posts about it, showing like the track and then the damage reports afterward. But yeah, I mean, that was a crazy tornado. It looped twice. Just south of Enid, it kind of looked like it might have been going up in that direction a couple of times, especially whenever it was looping. But no, it mostly went over quite uninhabited land kind of, and yeah, so yeah, there's nobody that have no fatalities that have been reported out of that tornado, which is definitely good. There's been some significant damage though to some houses and things like that. So yeah, we are down to just severe warnings at the moment. This is the first time in the stream that that's happened. We have a couple near Princeton. Do have a bit of a mini line starting to develop. So this back quite a while ago. This might be too far. This is gonna be like 4 hours ago. So see what things were like. Yeah, 4 hours ago. A lot of weird sounds. And then yeah, they've almost matured. Definitely interesting to watch that. Let's show that. But yeah, St. Louis is going to be one of the main regions that are just going to be battered by storms this afternoon and evening. If you look on the HRR model, I mean, we were looking at extensive rounds, and I actually think that something has changed. I think it got a little bit more contained. I'm pretty sure the moderate risk kind of went further down there, but it only went up to about here, so I think it's been expanded more northward, but kind of retracted south, or like it's kind of been taken a little bit north, the moderate risk. A lot of sounds about St. Louis. This is Storm Chaser Freddie McKinney's view. He's kind of coming up to this storm. Hopefully, there you go. Got a Cybertruck to the right there. Wish I had some premium coffee at the moment. It's alright. Yeah, definitely an interesting storm. I should just put it back to this here because it's a bit of a back view. Maybe a bit of a hook. It's in a bit of a annoying place for radar. Let me say, yeah, there's not really one apart from the St. Louis one that's got any kind of view of it. But yeah, definitely something to watch for. We'll have to watch Freddie McKinney as he gets a bit closer to that. Let's have some on my food side. Just go back to Freddie McKinney for a few more moments while I'm just eating up my my food. So the storm will be going into the St. Louis area, St. Louis kind of centre, over the next couple moments. Didn't actually see any lightning on that storm. But it's kind of will be heading up into the north side of town. That's a really concerning hook. I'm not ruling out there being some kind of... I'm not ruling out some kind of tornado being on the ground at the moment. Definitely it's interesting on radar, it's just that it's such a bad spot. Yeah, that could be something to watch for actually. This could be interesting. Heading into St. Louis. Right, so we'll just leave you guys on Storm Chaser Freddie McKinney. I'm just gonna grab myself a drink. Give me one moment. Thank you. Sorry, I just had to leave for a second. That was Freddie McKinney's view. And just like I said, we do have a tornado warning, and it's so hard to see from this radar, but for decent rotation in there. So tornado warning heading into St. Louis. I mean, this is bad for St. Louis. Before the main risk even starts to have a tornado warning this early is it's not really the best. So yeah, I mean, definitely not ideal risk. But yeah, not ideal, so. Storm Chaser Freddie McKinney's view. He's approaching the storm cell. But yeah, this is definitely a mean looking storm heading into St. Louis. Over I think it's 900,000 people are in this warning at the moment. It's definitely an important storm, and we did get an enhanced risk of severe weather for tomorrow in place. Just a few moments ago, you can see that there. So it's going to be driven by the wind risk, but there's going to be a tornado and a hail risk tomorrow as well. So that's a lot of noise. So yeah, this one there, Edwardsville as well. The St. Louis storm. We can have a look at Storm Chaser Tornado Page's view. But his view's just gone a little bit. That and so yeah, we've got some decent storms over there, just west of Louisville, heading up into Jasper. They've been issued near Owensboro as well, so on near Perahort as well, near Paris. Got some decent hail on that storm, but the St. Louis storm is definitely looking the most concerning. Got some maybe a bit of rotation in there. We can see Tornado Page's view of the storm. Sorry. So you can see it there, definitely an interesting storm. It's looking a little less interesting than maybe a couple moments ago. So we'll just take this opportunity to go get myself a drink, and I'll be back in hopefully a couple moments. Just give me a sec. Right, so there goes. I struck a little bit longer. But yeah, this one once again, St. Louis, North St. Louis, still tornado warned. Freddie McKinney's view of the storm. This was looking a little bit more impressive just a couple moments ago, but these storms once again at Evansville and Owensboro definitely been producing some decent hail, and just west of Louisville. This one near Washington as well got some decent hail in it, and also the Edwardsville storm, which is the tornado warning storm. Not really interested in hail, just the tornado risk realistically from the storm. Common Palomas view. Just point to the side. See whether that can yeah, okay, I don't think it's gonna connect. Yeah, so definitely, so if you're just enjoying us, you can probably see it in the top, but we've got a moderate risk of severe weather. It's going to be driven by the tornado risk, but there's a big wind risk and a big hail risk as well. So if we're looking at the timings for this afternoon and evening, we can see we've got scattered storms out there. These are going to become more severe over the next hour or so, and then, I mean, I'll just let you guys look at this. Pretty much they're going to explode, is the only way to put it. And large tornadoes, everything's going to be on the tables this afternoon and evening. I mean, so far we've already seen, we could have seen a tornado touch down in St. Louis. Obviously I don't think it's happened, which is very good actually. So that would have been bad if that would have happened. But yeah, once again, we did get this tornado watch a little bit ago that goes for the next 8 hours. So this goes all the way up until 9 o'clock this evening. So yeah, this is just going to be such a long-winded risk. Long-ended risk. You can see those are the risks, definitely some big risks in there. Oh, on my back, sorry. So we did get a new Mesoscale discussion I'm just looking at now. Should just be that brown one there, in the northern threat. So yeah, here in places like Rochester, just west of Chicago. So yeah, maybe a bit of a severe weather risk, but we're not anticipating a watch. But yeah, I think this is going to be one of the biggest risks that we've covered. I mean, since we started covering, which, I mean, I'm not saying that we were covering for like years and years. It's been about half a year or so that we've been doing this. Also, I just want to say, for this tornado warning at the moment, it does have, so this now has 200,000 people in it still. I mean, bigger than the tornado risk that the tornado watches that we were covering like an hour ago, where it had about 1,000 people in. So yeah, this is in Granite City, Illinois. Yeah, see there, yeah, you go. Let's see Storm Chaser Carmen Palomas view of the storm. Going under the bridge, that you can see that is just a, I mean, it shouldn't be the right word, but it is an incredible storm. Just the actual, I mean, the shelf cloud, it's not really a shelf cloud, but just the actual nature of it is definitely interesting. New severe warning just to the south of Jasper at the moment. Warning size to less than 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts on that one. Heading into places like Dale will probably get hit by the hail. Dale will be hit by the hail in just a little bit of time. so sorry, this is really annoying me at the moment. Just give me one sec. Oh, why does it have to be there? Okay, I've got it. But yeah, once again, the tornado warning has luckily just gone to north, just the east of St. Louis at the moment. So the tornado risk for St. Louis, still northeast portions of St. Louis, but has at least begun to calm down over the next little while. But I mean, on the HRR model, St. Louis is one of the epicenters of big storms, which is definitely not a good thing. Yeah, this warning contains 152,000 people now heading into Edwardsville. Got a lot of cells behind this as well. This is Storm Chaser Rob out there at the moment. So yeah, a little bit pixelated, but that'll be the storm to the left, sorry. Gonna go back to him in just a moment. But these are the probabilities with this tornado watch. You can see it here. You place in the middle of your screen. So we have got 10 or more severe hail events, it's gonna be at 60%. 10 or more severe hail events, 80%, or wind events, sorry. Hail exceeding 2 inches as a 50% risk, and a strong tornado is a 60%. Wind exceeding 65 knots is 30%, 2 or more tornadoes 80%, and 6 or more combined events. So we're talking about the risk for large tornadoes and of course multiple of them. But yeah, so let's just go through the storm totals for today, the report. Let's pull it up here. So we have had 0 tornado reports so far. We have 14 wind and then 15 hail reports today at the moment. But yeah, I'm pretty sure the new so it says here on the actual we can actually pull this up on Radar Amiga. Quickly pull up the moderate risk. You can click this here. So actually says here, numerous severe thunderstorms are expected, blah 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 blah, well, with the threat from multiple strong to intense tornadoes, EF3+. So that's what they were thinking. About 40 minutes, about an hour ago, they put that warning out, or the watch, sorry, or the outlook. Storm chasing Carmen Paloma's getting pretty close to the storm. You can see that that structure there. We're not really talking about that much rotation at the moment, but it could get going. And we will, like I said, go back to Storm Chaser Rob's view. Let's see what he's got. So you can see that over there kind of feeding into the storm. Definitely an interesting looking cell. You can actually look at this on the radar. Be this one right here. We could actually be getting a little hook on that. Let's pull that up there. Maybe something. Have to watch his view for a second more. So yeah, it's definitely an interesting storm there that Storm Chaser Rob is capturing. This line of storms still going through places like Marshall, and this one near Jasper, just to the west of Louisville. New severe warning near Owensboro, sorry, and just the south of Rockport. Sorry, just give me a sec. we've had some big tornadoes over the last couple of days, including the Enid tornado in northern Oklahoma. And that was just a crazy one. Let's see, will they issue a new tornado warning? I'm not seeing a whole lot of rotation. I mean, this is Carmen Palermo's view. I don't think it's enough to sustain the tornadic potential, or the tornadic the tornado warning. I mean, definitely something to watch there. Maybe a little bit further on down the line. So if you take a look at the latest HRRR one, actually not before checking out this damaging wind report just to the west of Effingham, and it was that a tree was blown down into a mobile home. Luckily no injuries reported with that one though. So yeah, let's just quickly take a look at the HRRR model. Oops. So you can see the clouds kind of breaking up in this sort of region that's going to allow the sun to get to the ground, which is going to possibly cause some more storms and just the environment to get a lot more favourable. Let's actually see what's the temperature out there at the moment. It's not bad, around 80 degrees out there at the moment actually, in the kind of like the southern threat. But let's play this through actually. So yeah, actually we did get a continued tornado warning. I did not think that was going to happen, but I did. At least I didn't see much of another. So yeah, you can see a bit of more heat going in there. Anyway, we were meant to look at the reflectivity. So that tornado warning, just give it a sec to load. So, sorry, let me play this through. Just want to wait for that to load. So, yeah, I mean, loads of cells are just going to go up. This is going to be such a big risk over the next couple hours. So, there's 81,000 people in this tornado warning right here. There's 18 schools and there's 1 hospital. And if you look at the wider picture, there's going to be so many cells. Even in Dallas, and I'm pretty sure y'all are only included in the marginal risk. Yeah. Oh, you're not even in the marginal risk, you are potentially in the just the thunderstorm risk. It's gonna be a big day. So a continued tornado warning, which I'm kind of a bit surprised about. It was looking more tornadic maybe like 20 minutes ago. I was starting to Freddie McKinney's view. See, Nick Gorman's view is a little bit further out, but yeah, still got a really nice view of the storm. One thing I'm noticing with the storm is it's not got a lot of hail with it. I meant lightning, sorry. And hail as well though. But we've got that 1 tornado warning and we've got 5 severe warnings at the moment. So yeah, that was Storm Chaser Nick Gorman's view. So he's a little bit further away, but he's a bit close with Freddie McKinney. You can see maybe in there. Bit of rotation. Let's see what he's saying.
Yep, that's gonna be all really can do. I just want to pull off.
Yeah, I didn't know what he just said because of my sound. Let me actually see if I can fix that. Let me play it and see if I can
Be able to stop for a second somewhere where I'm not on a busy interstate, but
Sirens are going off.
yep, sirens are going back off here. I guess I'll just keep going straight. I mean, there's nothing. The tape's flapping.
But yeah, I think that this storm in particular definitely losing its tornadic style to it, I think. Definitely looks like it, at least. Get that up. Lots of rear warnings just to the west of Indianapolis once again. Most of these will be 1 inch size tail and 16 mph wind gusts. Or just 1 inch size tail, to be honest. This one that Storm Chaser Rob's on could be a little bit interesting. Let's see what he's got to say. You really struggle getting up there, and he's yeah, he's just into max velocity. He's no global weather centre there, is he? Let's be real. What is this rotation? I mean, you can't even make that maybe some decent rotation. You can't really make it apart. Let's check Carmen Palermo's view out. See, so yeah, be right in front there. Storm Chaser Nick Gorman's a little bit further out for this time. I mean, that is just a brilliant view. We've not actually seen that much lightning on this. We've really not seen that much. Yeah, I meant lightning on the storm, sorry.
Yeah. Oh, look at the last scan.
Yep. Alright, we're diving. I'm gonna give Fernando the phone back.
So yeah, I thought, yeah, there was some decent rotation there. Let's see, maybe he's not talking about this one, maybe he's talking about the next one. Got a lot of just 1 inch size tower reports out here. Let me check what the national radar looks like at the moment. Maybe that might be a little bit of a storm. I doubt it will be near Grenada. Just got a new warning. Yeah, I think that's just an updated one. Yeah, I can't see one flashing. If there was a tornado, Storm Chaser Carmen Palermo would be kind of close to it at the moment. See what he's saying.
It's a weird storm.
That's kind of like the area to watch there, I would have to say. Wow, that's rapidly coming down, isn't it? Is that not rapidly coming down? I don't know. Turn off the sun. But yeah, that looks like it's coming down. That really looked like it was gonna fully form there. There you go, we did get a lightning strike. Finally. Turn back on the sound now. But yeah, this would be the area to watch right here. Some large hail falling. Yeah, there's some decent sized hail. Quite small. Sorry. Yeah, definitely getting a little bit of heat. Check back in with him in a sec. So yeah, Bloomington, we've got a bit of a severe warning coming up for you. Bloomfield as well is actually included in this warning. Oops. Just to the northeast of Bick now, we've got 1 inch sized hail and less than 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts on that storm. Comment like he was very close to seeing something there. Watch there. Very photogenic storm. It's not really, it just looks like a nice storm, I don't know why. It's not really photogenic, it just looks like a nice one. Really rotating. Oh, the camera focus. Let's see whether we can see Freddie McKinney's view. See whether the camera will change. It's on a cycle. Give it a moment. Like a couple moments. Maybe a few. It'll be to the left. I can't see it in that view. So I'm chasing Nick Gorman.
Yeah, that's what I'm watching right there.
Yeah, there's multiple different areas to watch.
Listen to what he's got to say.
So we have sinking motion over here. That's going to be our rotation. Look at our reflectivity. Let's angle it so where this pole's not right in the way.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was just saying right there would be the rotation right there. And this warning did just get issued or updated, sorry. Not sure why. Yeah, this is definitely getting a lot more. It kind of looked really big, and then it's kind of just died off, and now I think it's regaining. So yeah, it'd be there. That's what he was saying. So put back the sound. Let me see what so yeah, for Sullivan and Jasonville, you've got this line of storms coming through. Probably a lot of wind gusts, probably some decent hail in there. Maybe even a bit of a tornado risk. Maybe that's kind of a bit of a hidden risk. But yeah, I think Nick Gorman's got a good view of the storm, so that's let's go back to his view.
Alright guys, right now we're just sitting waiting. The storm is adjusting this boundary, so it's just trying to get a defined area of rotation right now.
We've got a couple of areas that it's trying to latch on.
Yeah. But once it does, it'll probably go nuts.
Rapid sinking motion in front of us. Rapid sinking motion.
Put my cursor right on by the storm. Sorry. This is Nick Gorman's view wants to go inside.
You see that?
Yeah.
So yeah, just a little bit. We can use this opportunity to take a look at some other people's views. So Freddie McKinney, that's the storm in that window there. See if we'll do another view. We can actually look at Carmen Palermo's view in the meantime. Right bottom right now. Carmen Palermo's view. Oh wait, am I saying that right? Sorry. Carmen Palermo, sorry. And then this is John McKinney's view. He's not currently live. Let's look at Nick Gorman's view.
At the rate that is
Definitely spinning.
doing this, it may not need much time.
No.
The one's going this way.
Yeah. So we have out. No, we'd be in the RFD here to see where it'd be wrapping.
So yeah, this storm just the west of St. Louis. I mean, I said you've got a tornado warning that looked really concerning. You've got another severe warning heading your way, and this one, if it gets materialised, this one could go tornado warned if it gets going. So yeah, St. Louis back in action, I guess. Let's check back in with Nick Gorman's field.
You want to get ready to head east?
Yeah, so hop north on this road and then go on that highway.
Hold on, let me ride it real quick. Yeah, hit that, now let's hit 70.
At the moment, literally. Page Storm Track is actually going to be in a bit of rain at the moment, near Salem. Yeah, let's listen to this one.
We're going to come your way and see what happens.
Okay, that was loud. Let's get this done so it's going to be a sec. Let's actually put on John McKinney's off. So let's just do. Let's do.
Yours as it was.
Well, and also
Right there, just left of your screen. Just like.
Looks like a beginning off right there, right?
It could be.
Yeah, it looks some more defined off to the left right there.
Yeah, that could be a handoff
farther and
point.
farther it gets away from the radar, we'll get a better view.
Really trying.
Do I need a turn? I need to turn right.
Turn around and drop south.
Look at the rising motion there.
Yeah.
There's a bit of lightning. I wouldn't
Is it
mind
clear
one
slot
way
trying to
lightning
form?
and stuff.
Can we turn around?
Yeah, turn around.
All right, I'm gonna. Once I.
I guess there's no exit here.
Okay.
There's nobody immediately behind you.
We're still good.
But yeah, this tornado warning now includes 70,000 people and 18 schools and 1 hospital. So yeah, just thought I'd tell you guys that. That would be it right there. They are having to turn around because it's like a no exit or something.
Rapid rising motion.
Freddie McKinney is really trying to just get out in front of the storm. He's yeah, get in front of the storm. John McKinney, oh, he's not live, I don't think. Oh no, John McKinney's back live. Let's see what he's got. So yeah, there is a storm there. So yeah, that was John McKinney's view. Let's see, we've got a new warning somewhere. I think it was just one updating. Let's actually look at the rotation on this. We haven't been looking at this. Yes, this is getting there. See someone chasing Nick Gorman's view. So I think it's just a little bit loud. Right, go back to the screen a little bit. But yeah, I'm pretty sure the new SBC Outlook, does it come out in 30 minutes? I'm not sure. Do they do them every 2 hours, or is it every 3 hours? But yeah, what I do know is that the storm reports. So we've got a 14 wind and 15 hail reports that have been sent in today. See Sanchez and Nick Gorman's view of this tornadic cell. Definitely got some good hail on it at the least. But yeah, I think it'd be right. How hard to tell? Let's see what.
Needs just to stay ahead. maybe in a little more time.
Still trying to latch onto the boundary. It's almost there.
Yeah, at this T intersection, take a left.
Be alright for you to come back to see Freddie McKinney, who I think is parked up now. I know he's coming back into the store now. Yeah, so that was Freddie McKinney's view. Go back to John McKinney's view, who's in the gas station at the moment. And actually, something that we need to watch for is this cell behind, which looks like it's going to be heading into St. Louis. It's from near Wildwood. 1.5 inch size hail. We've got Tornado TRX. He's not live at the moment. I've got a camera as well, it looks like. So I can click it. So, in Memrick Bluff. Jeez, that's a nice view of that storm. See what that view looks like. So yeah, that's a good view, and I think that's a good enough view for me to just go get something. Give me one moment. Yeah, okay, just give me one moment. Right, guys, so I just had to go get something. This was the view from Memrick Bluffs. But we still got that tornado warning, and we got those couple severe warnings. See the rotation. Yeah, have a look here actually. See how many people this tornado warning includes. See Freddie McKinney's here. He's there talking about life. We can have a look at turn that down. Large hail though. Large hail. Nice and big hail that's fallen. Yeah, so I was just going to check that. So I'm just getting this. So this now includes 32,000 people. Very large hail with this. See, Sunchase of Freddie McKinney. Oh yeah, he was talking about life. I'm joking. We did get a new warning somewhere. Oh, so this one's for Kansas, just south of Kansas City, actually. Near Powell, just south. So yeah, the sun's really starting to get going near Mound City and Pleasant. Oh, Pleasant, sorry. Let's go back to... Let's see where Freddie McKinney's looking at the storm. Yeah, I see this. Go back to him. So, listen to what he has to say.
Yeah, I heard my name. What's up, Brandon?
Hey, Ben and Garrett, are you still on the radio?
Hey, Jennifer. Welcome to the Storm Society, Jennifer.
See.
I'm thinking at the bottom of this storm, near Maryville, starting to get another hook as well. John McKinney's driving now. Should be right in front of him.
Tornado warning storm.
Hail in there. So, we got PA trackers who's heading this way. See it there. Quite far away actually. Yeah. But yeah, this storm's heading into St. Louis. 1.5 inch sized hail. We can actually check on this this camera, which was Mammoth Bluffs. It's a really impressive view of the storm. I mean, that is certainly a big storm. I mean, I think it's issued for 1.5 inch sized hail at the moment. Definitely something that we gotta watch for. It's definitely an impressive view. And this was once again on the Mammoth Bluffs one. Camera, sorry. Yeah, it's tornado warning near Edwardsville. I'm kind of wondering whether this is going to get continued or not. Not actually too sure whether it will do or not. See Freddie McKinney. Talking. We'll go to John McKinney's probably going through some
Into the storm. It's wrapping in a couple places here. This thing's getting a little intense.
So yeah, we're kind of thinking like, is the southern threat down here going to be more interesting? Was the northern? This hawk is definitely looking impressive. Not got too much rotation as of now, but definitely an interesting hawk in which actually get a bit of rotation that could be definitely be of interest as it kind of heads into Troy and South Edwardsville. PA storm tracker is actually quite a far away. So yeah, not really in the vicinity. Let's see what that was. Oh yeah, sorry, we do have this one just south of Kansas City. This one in Mound City. This one's just recently gone up and is already at what's that at? About 50,000, 40,000 feet. So definitely a interesting storm as it kind of heads into Mound City. And then it's kind of interesting to look at the other echo tops. So yeah, these ones don't really like, and this one and these ones. Yeah, I've already talked about these ones, but these This one that is kind of heading into long-term Bloomington or Bloomfield has got 1 inch size tail, less than 50 mph wind gust. This one is Sullivan and Robinson, kind of looking a little bit more interesting for at least more of a tornado risk. Definitely seeing maybe a couple areas of decent-ish rotation. Let's have a look at Nick Gorman's view of the storm. See what he's got to say. See wherever it wants to load. I don't think Nick Gorman's view. Whoops, that wasn't.
Yeah, take a left up here.
Anyone else has a view of this? This is Storm Chaser Freddie McKinney. CZ Mr. Beast. Beef something.
I need to watch that one behind it going into St. Louis too.
Let's have a look at Storm Chaser John McKinney's view. See, Nick Gorman, I think, had the best.
Yes, as soon as we get it cleared, we can pull off. Watch for a left road up on this hill.
Yeah, look at that. Feeding into it. So there's a road up here.
Turn right where those trucks turning.
Yeah, look at the, it's starting to cut.
Yeah.
Some structure. Looks like it's just a subdivision though. We can keep going and there's a south road out of town that'll have a view.
Okay, I feel like just lines. Is it that? Remember that? Okay. Yeah, Nick Gorman's view will be somewhere in front of him, actually, right there.
Still pretty elevated.
Be in there somewhere. Right above him. So yeah, it's not looking like really imminent. It's definitely looking interesting though.
There's a south road just out of this town that'll give us.
Definitely something that we gotta watch, like right up there. Especially.
This will make it quick, that's it.
So yeah, let's see how many people in this warning now. Should be able to see at least. Have a look. So now 11,000 people are in this warning. It sounds not working, but we can still watch his view. I think he'll be right above him right now. At the moment. So. Just gone off there, sorry, I was just looking at something else. Let's see. Let's go for Storm Chaser John McKinney.
Alright. Must have courtesy out here on the roads, everyone. No road rage.
Yeah, no road rage.
Woo! It's kind of intense back there. Man, look at that though. It's got a little.
Shit, I think he was talking about hail there.
Wrapping in there. Winds are. Winds are going.
Yeah, I'd be so where to be on that drops would be somewhere in there. From the storm though, we do have a couple 1-inch sized hail reports near Chesterfield. So actually go back to Nick Gorman's view, let's see what he's got. Should be over there somewhere. This is John McKinney's view, so yeah, he's coming up to this.
Let's see.
It would be somewhere in there.
I have to decide what we're doing.
Yeah, that was a John McKinney's view that's gone off there. Okay, very messy storms around here. We are just waiting for, or just to see whether the latest SPC outlook comes out at 2 or not. Let's not close it down. But yeah, we are down to 4 warnings. This tornado warning does go for the next 11 minutes. Let's see whether Freddie McKinney. Let's see what he's got. It should change the camera. Like a rotating. Yeah, camera kind of rotates. So yeah, let's actually take a look at the storm from this camera. Let's see what it is. So yeah, be somewhere back there. Let's see, that's a bit of a better shot. Let's see, let me just quickly put on this. So yeah, that one's a good view of that storm there. So yeah, this might be a new one. Let's check. So yeah, sorry, there's a continuation of this tornado warning for yet another hour. This has been a long track, just tornado warning. It's been going for a long time now. So yeah, so we'll be heading up into Greenville. Let me just check how many people in this warning. Check 1 sec. I'm actually see whether the I'm not really sure whether the SBC updates this. They actually have updated the day 2 one just 24 minutes ago. I'm not seeing any changes. Maybe the hail's kind of changed a little bit. Right, I'm just looking at that. Let's see, so I'm not sure whether these guys are leaving the storm and kind of going to the Clayton storm. So yeah, it's on Highland. So yeah, I don't think we'll be live for much longer, but But yeah, I mean, this is gonna be a massive risk. It's coming up to about 8 o'clock where I live in the afternoon. But yeah, we'll just have to see how things kind of develop over the next little while. But yeah, this is just gonna be a big outbreak no matter what, to be honest. Let's just put on Nick Gorman 3 for a little while now. For a second. But yeah, guys, I think this will most likely be a wrap on the stream. At least for now, we may be live a little bit later on. Maybe in like half an hour or so. That's definitely not definite. Maybe in like a little while. But yeah, I mean, I guess just thank you so much for joining this stream. We haven't seen anything crazy at the moment, but this could just turn into a full-on tornado outbreak. It's just weather storms get going, and it does look like they will do. If they do in the next sort of half an hour to an hour, we will be back live. But I think at the moment we'll probably end being live. But so I'll see you all in the next one, guys. Okay. It could be tomorrow. It really could be. We've got an enhanced risk tomorrow. Large tornadoes are definitely a possibility tomorrow. But make sure to stay safe, and I will catch you all in the next one.